Now, students, we are going to study GABA receptors. G for gamma, A for amino, B for butyric, and A for acid. So these GABA receptors are the receptors to which are ligand bound, that is called the GABA. And these GABA receptors are actually of three types: GABA A receptors, GABA B receptors, and GABA C receptors. So these GABA A receptors are actually inotropic receptors and are present post-synaptically, while GABA B receptors are metabotropic receptors. It means they are associated with G proteins and are present both presynaptically and postsynaptically. While GABA C receptors are least studied receptors, these receptors are also inotropic receptors, and according to the most research studies, these receptors are also present postsynaptically. Now, what is GABA? GABA is gamma, A for amino, B for butyric, and A for acid. So GABA is gamma amino butyric acid, which is a ligand, and this ligand binds itself to a receptor, which is called the GABA receptor. As a result of activation of this receptor, there is increased influx of chloride. As a result, there is hyperpolarization of the cell or the neuron. Now, these GABA receptors are mainly present in the CNS, and this GABA is actually a ligand, which is an inhibitory neurotransmitter. As a result of binding of the GABA to the GABA receptor, there is hyperpolarization of the cell. We have already discussed there are three families of GABA receptors: GABA A, GABA B, and GABA C receptors. Now, as a result of binding of the ligand to the GABA A receptor, there is influx of the chloride ions. As a result, there is hyperpolarization. When this GABA binds itself to the GABA receptor, there is opening of central pore. As a result of opening of this central pore or this channel, there is increased influx of chloride ions. As a result of these influx of chloride ions, there is hyperpolarization of the cell. Due to increase influx of the chloride ions, there is hyperpolarization, and due to this hyperpolarization, there is decreased occurrence of action potential, and as a result, there is inhibition of neurotransmission. This is a figure which is representing that where the GABA will bind itself to the GABA receptor. This is GABA A receptor. It consists of two alpha chains, alpha 1, these are two alpha chains. Then it consists of two beta chains, beta 2, and a gamma subunit, that is gamma 2. So this diagram represents that actually GABA binds itself to a GABA side that is between alpha 1 and beta 2 subunits. As a result of this binding, there is influx of chloride ions. Similarly, we have another drug, that is benzodiazepine, which is sedative and anti-anxiolytic drug, anti-anxiety drug. This is anxiolytic. So this drug basically what does, it binds itself to a site between the alpha 1 and gamma 2 receptors, gamma 2 site. This drug BZD, that is benzodiazepine, that is a sedative. It binds at a site between the alpha 1 subunit and gamma 2 subunit. As a result of binding of this drug, there is also influx of chloride ions into the cell. So this drug has the ability to potentiate or to increases the affinity of GABA towards the GABA receptor. As a result of this increased or enhanced affinity of the GABA to the GABA receptors with the benzodiazepines, there is increased influx of the chloride ions. More chloride ions will go into the cell. As a result, there will be increased hyperpolarization or the increased sedative or anti-anxiety effect. Now, what is the difference between benzodiazepines and barbiturates? Like benzodiazepines, barbiturates also bind themselves to the GABA A receptors. They also bind themselves between the gamma 2 and alpha 1 subunits. But there is a difference between these two drugs. According to the research, benzodiazepines actually binds to the GABA A receptors and increase the opening frequency of the receptors, while barbiturates increases the duration or increase the channel opening duration. This is a figure which is representing that we have a GABA A receptor, and when the drug or the ligand binds itself to the GABA A receptor, as a result of this binding, there is increase in flux of the chlorides. So as a result, there is hyperpolarization of the cells.